Right, y'all. Day 16, reaching the halfway mark on the 40-day juice fast with fitness. Year 10, day 16. And I am in the zone, okay? In the zone, meaning that once you get to this point, your body is in full acceptance of the pathway as long as you continue your hydration, your juice meals, and just doing what you normally do, mind-body connection with the nutrients, keeping the appetite under complete control, meaning that during this fast, of course, I'm not eating any solid foods. My only source of nourishment is literally superfoods. Living on superfoods. Mind, Body, and Soul, HBN Naturals, Mind, Body, and Soul. I'm using Body primarily. That was my love box this month, and last month I forgot to change it, so I got double. So Body is what I'm using. Black seed oil is another thing I've been using. Fulvic acid. Of course, you guys have been hearing a lot about that when I'm talking about the fulvic acid effect, okay? And what that means in terms of taking the entire cellular terrain to the next level physically. So we're talking about being increasing physical strain and then immune strain, okay? And that's where you want to be as you move throughout the year. You want to be physically strong and you want to be immune strong. And as long as you have those two going for you, you shouldn't have to deal with cellular malfunction when it comes to sickness. A couple of announcements today. We have the Detox Divas presenting tonight, and they'll be doing a testimony session at 5 o'clock. And for those of you who are looking for an opportunity to make money online, we also have in our community the Home-Based Business Network, which basically is the get healthy, get paid opportunity, okay? Because in order for you to be the best version of yourself, you got to have two things in life, okay? You got to have a whole lot of health, you got to have a whole lot of money, okay? Because you have certain gifts that only you have been endowed with to get back to the world. Well, the only way you're going to do that in the best fashion is to create a source of residual income, and then you want to create a healthy lifestyle so that as you're pursuing your dreams, as you are building your brand and empowering others to vibe off of your creation, your gift back to the world, you will have complete success. Okay, so the Home-Based Business Network is jumping off at 5:30. It actually says 5:35 here. So again, if you are interested in looking for an awesome way to make money online, this is a get paid daily opportunity. It pays 7 ways, okay, and it pays in real time, which is awesome. And again, this opportunity has products that I'm using and many people that are interested in being healthy are using, because why? It satisfies 2 basic needs, health and money, which we all need, right? And something I heard the other day, Joe Davis brought this out. I thought it was awesome. He said that people like Trump and Warren Buffett, they still trying to make money. They got all the money they need, but yet they're still trying to make money. So you want to position yourself with a legacy opportunity. An opportunity is going to create a legacy, so you can set yourself up financially for yourself, and then of course create that legacy to pass on to your children. And you want to do that in both the in the area of health and the area of finance, man. That's the way to do it. And what better way to do it to do that than in the realm of wellness, okay? In the realm of wellness, which we know is $1 trillion industry probably now. I don't know what the numbers are, but there's so much to be earned, just by tapping into a wellness opportunity that really is helping people get better, okay? Helping people get better, and that's what I'm all about. 40 Juice Fast of Fitness, day 16, I want to continue talking about where I left off last night about the self-healing body. I want to read a little bit from this book here, Awakening Our Self-Healing Body. I think this book is amazing. It's been obviously in my shelf for a long time. I've carried it in my travels, so it's pretty worn out, but the information here is phenomenal. And anyone who is a conscious health advocate, okay, or advocate for being healthy will be able to gravitate. Okay, we understand, because the more you understand about how your body works, the more you appreciate it. And guess what? You're going to put the very best source of nutrition in this body, because you only got one. Okay, and that's how you want to evolve, throughout life. You don't want no one taking care of you. You don't want to worry about, as you go throughout the course of the day, am I well? Am I, you got to know that when you put something in your mouth, that thing is going to benefit you. Because if you don't know that, then what's the risk? The risk is that you're going to do something to hurt yourself internally. And if you do that too often, not knowing, then you might run into a health situation that you may never be able to recover from. Who wants to be in a situation? So know your nutrients, okay? Know what you're nourishing yourself on, because you're going to have to take responsibility for the lack of understanding when you run into a brick wall where your body says, you know what, I can't do this anymore. Okay, so we want to be familiar. So we talked about the vascular system yesterday. I think the most amazing thing that came out about this portion of what I read yesterday was that the circulatory system itself is composed of some 60,000 to 70,000 miles of blood and lymphatic vessels, tightly packed, mostly in the form of minute capillaries, which circulate about 5 quarts of blood. So think about that. Your body, my body, has what? Over 60,000 miles of blood vessels. The other thing I thought was interesting about yesterday was the moving parts. How many moving parts do you think you have in your body? Did you know that you have over 400 trillion parts? And literally billions of nerve cells, galaxy. It says nerve cell galaxies to control the pumping of blood, the breathing of air, the sweating that occurs through literally miles of skin cells. Okay, so on the juice fast, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to shore up this enormous cellular world that is comprised of my human body, that has so many different parts. And the only thing it requires of me as the human agent, the conscious person, is to give it the right fuel. So that's why I'm doing all this juicing and superfoods, focus on the mind, focus on the body, focus on the liver, doing the black seed oil, doing the fulvic acid, and it's just something that when you understand what your body needs, you're gonna want to give it that, so you can have the best outcome in terms of health. 1 second here. Okay, let's go on with this. We're gonna talk about the brain in this portion of my live. Okay, and it says here, likewise, the brain. It is estimated we lose about 100,000 brain cells per day through normal attrition, never to be replaced. That is the thought. I think there's new science on that actually is talking about how brain cells can be replace themselves. Okay, just throwing it out there. A single bout of alcohol, however, is estimated to increase the day's loss of over 1 million cells. So for those of you out here drinking, that's definitely something you want to give up or do very little of it. A single bout of alcohol, however, is estimated to increase the day's loss of over 1 million cells. Even those who are healthy lose about 1 billion neurons throughout their entire lifetime at an average rate of about 8 million per year. This loss is compensated for by the remaining nerve cells, branch-like filaments called dendrites, which connect neurons into functional networks. Okay, we're getting into the nuts and bolts of this a little bit. Going on about the brain, going back to the basics. The brain itself is composed of about 50 billion neurons, each involved in transmitting messages throughout the body. Scientists say that nerve cells do not reproduce once they die. Neurons are not replaced. Okay, so here once again, this is the reason why you want to stay healthy. Here again is the why. Why am I doing this? This is the why, because I want to keep all this healthy right here. Okay. Even the healthiest of us lose approximately 100,000 brain cells daily, but even at this rate, it would take 150 years to lose 10% of our brain capacity. Unfortunately, we often squander this precious organ and become senile in our 60s, 70s, and 80s with perhaps 50% loss of cerebral matter due to destructive lifestyle practices. So you got to know that this is rich here, okay? And again, it's all going back to lifestyle practices. What is your mode of operation? You know, what are you doing on a daily, at breakfast, at lunch, at dinner, in between when you having that craving? What are you doing to satisfy that? You know what I'm saying? For me on a juice fast, when I get to the place where I need something, I reach for my superfoods. I take a little scoop of that and I'll put it in my mouth, swig it around in water, and I'll drink it. Okay. Well, I've just took in about 15 superfoods, all with myriads of benefits. Okay, that vibration, that nutritional breakdown is going into my body directly within seconds after I drink it, and then boom, I'm back up. I'm ready to go. Okay, so that's how I do. That's how I work it in my world. Okay. So let's go on about the brain, and don't forget the oxygen it needs. Brain needs oxygen. Oxygen is what? The most important nutrient. Daily, the lungs draw in about 20,000 breaths of inhaled air, during which time the average adult inhales about 777,000 cubic inches of air. I'll read that again. Daily, the lungs draw in about 20,000 breaths. That's on a daily, y'all. 20,000 breaths of inhaled air, during which time the average adult inhales about 77,000 cubic inches of air. During this day's work, the equivalent of 125 barrels of blood are purged of carbon dioxide and other toxic gases, and then reoxygenated. A pair of normal lungs contains approximately 1 billion tiny air cells. If spread out on a flat surface, the cells would cover an entire area of 40 times 50 feet. 40 by 50 feet. Okay? Finally, the wrapping paper, that is your skin, the integumentary system, and we're going to stop here. Okay? The wrapping. What do you wrap with? Well, I'm wrapped with black skin. What kind of skin you got? All right. Finally, the wrapping paper is pretty incredible too. It is estimated that every square inch of skin is made up. Every square inch of skin, your skin, my skin, your neighbor's skin, your wife's skin, your boyfriend's skin, your child's skin, okay? Every inch of skin is made up of 19.5 billion individual cells. You see what we're responsible for? We're not thinking, because we haven't been conditioned to think. We haven't even thought to think that this is important to think about on a daily basis. We haven't been taught that, okay? The wrapping paper, 19.5 billion individual cells. The skin contains about 7 million pores, representing some 7 miles of sewer lines, which serve as exit passages for waste, both generated by and introduced into the system, okay? All of this incredibly complex activity and organization of the body is orchestrated automatically without requiring the attention of our conscious awareness. Going back to what I was talking about before, the self-healing body. the autonomic nervous system, which operates apart from your consciousness. No matter what you do, it's going to work without you to a certain extent. What does it need from you? It needs you to be intelligent about what to put into it, to give it the bioavailable vitamins, to give it the bioavailable minerals, to give it the bioavailable proteins, to give it the bioavailable amino acids, to give it the bioavailable the bioavailable fats. Okay, things that are absorbable and usable by the cell. That's all it needs. Okay, and you can get that in myriads of forms throughout, nature, and that's what makes the superfood so amazing. Thank the Creator for the herbalist. Thank the Creator for the naturopath. Okay, thank the Creator for the Ayurvedic practitioner who understands plant science in relation to our body's need for the nutrition from the plant-based world. Okay, and again, I don't know what people are thinking, but a superfood is supposed to make you super healthy. And if a superfood is not making you super healthy, then it's not a superfood. Okay? So your health is, how can I say it? Here's the thing. Your physical prowess is indicative of what your nutrition is like. If you're doing physical fitness and you're doing the right nutrition, then you should be able to show that in your daily. If you can't show that in your daily, then you're really not healthy. Again, you can't just eat nutritiously, but don't exercise. Okay, a person that's doing that is not bridging the gap or bridging the gap between the two worlds. Okay, you have to eat good and you have to exercise to get the most out of that, so your body can actually experience. Because that's when people are really going to see it. So how people see it in my life, I said first it's the nutrition and then it's the exercise, because I'm taking that nutrition to the highest point of usage by fitness, because that's the foundation, right? And so as a result of that, once I start sweating and using it, now you see it on the outside. What's happening when through fitness, the result of what my nutrition is doing for me. It's keeping me younger. It's making me stronger. It's giving me, more lung capacity, greater, symmetry in my muscles, things like that. That's what you want to see when you look at yourself in the mirror. Okay. Youthful skin complexion. Okay. Healthy immune system. You got to just be in tune. You got to listen to yourself. All right. These facts and figures are presented so that you can realize that the incredible programming and unknowable powers that developed the body are all that is needed for its non-ceasing, self-perpetual maintenance and repair. Okay, so that's what you want, self-perpetual maintenance. Okay, and that requires you, again, not to know every, aspect of your physical body down to the atom, and the layout of all these different, affluent words that scientists use. You just need to really know the basics. And a book like this helps you to know the basics, because that's all it's talking about. It's just talking about, in generality, this is what happens when you take in air. In generality, this is what your skin is made of. In generality, this is what your vascular system is made of. And that in itself is a wow moment. It's a wow moment for you to say, man, what have I been doing with this amazing body that I've been given, that has been fearfully and wonderfully made? So now what you want to do is start fearfully and wonderfully taking care of it by putting in your body what it needs. Because if you don't, your health is going to become a curse to you. All right, I'm telling you, that's just how it is. With more than 80% of the American population overweight, that is a indictment against us. What it's saying is that we're not even trying to be healthy. We're trying to think ourselves to health, instead of adopt habitual lifestyle that creates health. You can't think your way to health. Oh, I know I'm healthy, and then all of a sudden you're sick again. Oh, I know I'm healthy, and then now you got the common cold again. Oh, I know I'm healthy, and now you got some kind of flare up, inflammation somewhere. Oh, I know I'm healthy, and you get something breaks. Okay, you know by what you consciously do on a daily. Okay, I consciously took these nutrients today, and just let's look at it. Okay, I'm just gonna give you one. This is what I would do. Okay, if I want to go in and look more in depth at what I just took in as far as my nutrients is concerned, this is what I would do. I will go to, oops, let's go here. I will go here, look up my ingredients, and this is almost like a way of actually doing, when you wake up in the morning, for those of you who take the time to do your affirmations, you need to affirm your ingredients, you need to affirm your nutrition, okay? Affirm your nutrition so that you consciously know what's really going on. This computer's running slow. Because that's the only way it's going to make a difference to you. It's the only way. I mean, you can sit there all day and think about it, but unless you really know that it's working, then it's really not really working. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. You know, because you don't know that it is. And you haven't proved that it is. Prove it. Prove to yourself that it's actually working, you know. So we're going to go down to this one. Okay, so I'm taking body, right? So I want to look into that particular food source. Okay. It tells me that, okay, this provides me nourishment for my cardiovascular system. So I know that what I took, you know, fed me at the vascular system. It's going to help me reduce chronic inflammation. Okay. It has a proprietary high nitrate beetroot, 10,000 parts per million. This juice is combined with hawthorn berry for maximum nitric oxide delivery. Okay. So what is nitric oxide? Why is that important? So what you want to do is go benefits of nitric oxide. This is how you study. Nitric oxide levels naturally decrease as we get older. Nitric oxide is a powerful plant derivative. Okay, so that's one of the things here. Benefits. We'll go down. Let's go to this one right here. It's better. This is one of the aspects of the nutrients that I'm taking. So what did I do for myself today? Okay. So we just look at nitric oxide and just that helps to manage type 2 diabetes. Nitric oxide production is impaired in people with type 2 diabetes. One study found that when people with type 2 diabetes took nitric oxide, their nitric oxide production increased. Okay, so what is it? Nitric oxide is produced by nearly every type of cell in the human body and one of the most important molecules for blood vessel health. It is commonly referred to as miracle molecule because of its incredible benefits. It helps with erectile dysfunction. Okay, it basically improves circulation in all areas. Men, there you go. Helps decrease muscle soreness. Okay, a form of L-citrulline called citrulline malate found in nitric oxide flow not only increases nitric oxide production but also decreases muscle soreness. So for those of us who are bodybuilding, when I'm bodybuilding, I don't have much soreness these days. Why? Here you go. Nitric oxide helps boost the immune system. Nitric oxide helps increase overall circulation, allows for white blood cells to be carried more rapidly. So this is something that improves circulation all the way around, which again, your body is made up of vessels. So you got to keep those vessels clean. All right. One of the things that does that inside our body is nitric oxide. Okay. Improves lung function. Nitric oxide helps increase the amount of oxygen that is being transported to the lungs, heart, and organs. So just through that one nutrient alone in the superfood I took this morning, this is what's happening to me. So when I wake up in the morning, did you think I'm happy about what I'm eating and what I'm taking in my body? Yes, because this is the side effect, positive. All right. Reduces side effects of memory loss. What? There's an amino acid, L-arginine, by nitric oxide synthase, has received attention as neurotransmitters in the brain. NO has been found to induce positive cognitive behavior in experimental testing. Okay, so this is saying here basically that it helps with memory loss. Okay, enhances weight loss. Check this out. Who doesn't want to lose weight? Okay, so on the body formula with nitric oxide, okay, it says increasing the body's production of nitric oxide instantly improves the flow of nutrient-rich blood, firing up the body's ability to burn fat for fuel. That's just one thing that's happening as a result of me taking this this particular formula. Body. Amazing, y'all. I mean, like how it can't get any better. Okay. And that's found in the hawthorn berry. Boom. So there you go. Anyway, 40 Juice Fastest Fitness, day 16, year 10. I am in the zone, okay? As I said before, forever 30, okay? Forever 30. How does it happen? How do you slow down the agent to a crawl? High megahertz, high alkaline, high vibration, high voltage, high water content, organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free. Those are the standards you want to hold on to. And eat as much of these foods as possible. Drink as much of these juices as possible. Take in much of these smoothies as possible to have these quality nutrients in them, man. And I'm telling you, your body will blow you away. You'll start saying, yo, man, look at me today. Look how I was. Look how I am now. That's the result of what I've been doing through these juice fasts. And it's been getting better every year because my knowledge base in nutrition has expanded. So when that expands, I'm going to take it in. I'm literally going to take it in, like nourishing myself orally with that, okay? Because I want a piece of that. Because I want to live like this for as long as possible, to be a blessing to not just you guys who I'm talking to about this lifestyle, my children, you know, my children's children, okay? Which I'm, at this point in the game, I'm still able to play with them and have more energy than they do, even my son and my daughter, more energy, okay? Why? Because of the juice. Anyway, love y'all, health, and as always, I'll see you on the inside.